Okay, so now we are starting animal tissues. Animal tissues, they are broadly classified as the epithelial tissue, the muscular tissue, the connective tissue, and the nervous tissue. Okay, so first, the skin which you are seeing on your body or on any other body is made up of epithelial tissue. Okay, that's why we are starting from outside. So we'll study the epithelial tissue first. Okay, now this epithelial tissue, we'll see the location. Now, as I've already told you all, it is located in your skin. Okay, whatever outer covering of the body is called is made up of epithelial tissue. So location, it covers the surface of the body. So your body is completely covered by this epithelial tissue. So since it covers your entire body, its main function is protection. It will protect you from germ, dirt, the UV rays, prevent entry of any bacteria. So location is covers the body. Second, lines various body cavities. Now we have certain cavities in your body like abdominal cavity, the chest cavity. So these cavities are lined by these epithelial cells. The body is covered everywhere by these epithelial cells. Even it covers your internal organs. It covers the internal organs of the body and blood vessels. Blood vessels, it covers the blood vessels too. Now where it is present? Now it is present, covers the surface of the body, so it is there in the skin. Wait, then it is present on the lining surface of the mouth, nose, lung, and stomach. You can see each and every part. There will be some. There will be at least 10% of epithelium present. Each and every part, because every part is covered. Now the heart is separated from the lungs. If you know, the heart is very close to lungs. Now how it is separated? Because there is epithelial cells covering. So the epithelial cells are covered on heart as well as the lungs. That's why it is separated from each other. Okay. Now let's see the pictures. Okay. So this is the skin. You can see it is covered by the epithelial cells. All the organs, okay, all organs like liver, lung, your bladder, kidney, stomach, heart, brain, everywhere you can see the epithelial cells. Okay, the nose opening and the mouth opening. Here you can see epithelial cells. Okay, second one is the shape. What are the shape of the epithelial cells? There are three common shapes. One is flat, cuboidal, and columnar. This flat, they are made up of single cells, and they are also known as squamous epithelium. And if the shape is in cuboid form, this is the side view, this is the top view. If the shape is in cuboid form, then it is called cuboidal. And if the shape is in columnar, then we call it as columnar epithelium. So we'll learn these three types of epithelium. One is squamous epithelium. The flat is also called as squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, and columnar. Now, if it is made up of single layer, then it is called as simple squamous. If it is made up of single layer of the cell, means there are only one layer, then it is called simple squamous. And if there are many layers one above the other, then it is called as stratified squamous. Similarly, we have simple cuboidal and we also have stratified cuboidal, simple columnar and stratified columnar. Although this is somewhat pseudo, means false columnar, you will learn in other classes about it. Okay, the function of epithelial. Now, what will be the function? It's protection. See, first one is protection. It will protect your body. Since it covers each and every part of the body, it protects. Then absorption. Now the food which is digested in stomach and small intestine, there is everything is covered with epithelial cells. So there is epithelial cell, so it will help in absorption of the food. Okay. Next one is secretion. Now if the epithelial cells are in the glands, like sweat gland, tear gland, or any other gland, then its function will be secretion. Like the endocrine system chapter, which you have already seen in class 8, the insulin, the adrenaline, that is secreted. Sensory. Now your skin is a sensory organ, so it will have the function of sensory. The epithelial cells have the function of sensory, means they are connected to the brain by nerves. So it will send the sensory from the skin to the brain. Then these functions we just see: protection. Epithelial cells from the skin protect underlying tissue from mechanical injury, harmful chemicals, invading bacteria, and from excessive loss of water. So it even prevents excessive loss of water. That is protection. Okay. Second one is sensation. Sensory stimuli penetrate specialized epithelial cells. Example from the skin, eyes, ears, nose, and on tongue. Then secretion. In glands, epithelial tissue is specialized to secrete specific chemical called as hormones or enzymes. Absorption, as it is already told, it is in small intestine where the digested food is absorbed. Okay, so this is the first is location, then we saw shape and function. Now let us see the six structurally different categories of epithelium. There are six different categories, means based on the use and based on the position where it is required, they are classified into six types. For example, the skin, it should be very strong. The epithelium should be very strong because if I rub my hand, I lose almost millions of cells every day on the skin. So that's why it is very strong and it is multi-layered on the skin. Whereas when there is absorption, it is only single layer. So absorption can easily take place. Similarly, when there is exchange of gases between the lungs and the blood, there will be single layer. So exchange can take easily. So the six categories. The first one is squamous. The second one is stratified. The third one is cuboidal. Fourth one is columnar. Fifth one is ciliated. And sixth is glandular. So these are the six which we have to study. The first one is squamous. Okay. Squamous, the cells are thin, flat, with packed nuclei. Means they're very close to each other because there should be no gap so that no germ or bacteria enters. Next, found in the lining of mouth, nasal cavity, nose. Nasal cavity means nose, blood, blood vessel, and lymph vessels. They are found there. Now, the lining of mouth, nasal cavity, the function is what? To protect the underlying part from mechanical injury. So this you can see the picture. It is squamous. It is single layer. Okay. Then where it is present in the mouth, this lining of the mouth. Then in nasal cavity, and fourth, these are the blood vessels inside the tubes of the vessels, lymph vessel, blood vessels. Okay. Then stratified epithelium. Now stratified it is called because it is composed of several layers of same or different kind of epithelium. Since it is composed of several layers, it is made called as uh, it is called as simple if it's stratified because it has several layers and it is made up of same type of different types of cells. Now, found in skin. Now I already told because when we rub our skin, we lose many cells. So the new cells are replaced because there is layers of many cells. If one layer is removed, it can be replaced by other layer. Okay, it is found in the skin. Now the cornea is clear and cornea. Where is cornea present? Cornea is the clear part of your eye. Okay, the cornea serves as a barrier against dirt, germs, and other particles. Okay, so this is about stratified. Now if you see this, the skin. Okay, see this. Okay, this is like stratified. It is made up of many layer. Every day one layer, every time your layer goes on, it goes on wear and tear of the skin. So that's why you have to replace, it has to be replaced by other cells. So that's why it is made up of stratified. The next one is cornea. This is your cornea. Okay, the transparent part of your eye, it covers the eye. Got about stratified. Now this is multi-layered. You can see one layer, two layer, three layer, four layer. Many layers are there. That's why it is called as stratified. But the previous one was only single layer. Okay. Next we have cuboidal epithelium. It's found in some parts of body like kidney tubule. You have already studied about kidney tubule, the nephron, and some glandular ducts of salivary and pancreas. Now ducts, if you remember, they were endocrine glands are ductless, whereas these glands, salivary and pancreatic, has duct. Pancreatic has both duct and ductless. Salivary gland has duct. What do you mean by duct? Duct is a special pipeline which will help in transporting its chemical. and the chemicals are nothing but the hormones or the enzymes. Now see, this is the shape of a column. It is in the shape of columns. That's why it is called as columnar. Okay. Now this is your kidney. You have already seen this. Now in this lining you have columnar cells. Now the function of this columnar will be absorption and secretion. If any waste is there, it will secrete out. If any important material is there, it will absorb. So this is the kidney. This is your pancreatic duct. Okay, this you can see the line. This is your pancreatic duct. Okay, this is the line. It is a tube-like structure. So whatever hormones or chemicals are produced here will come through the duct. So this was about cuboidal. Next is columnar. As the word columnar means the shape will be like column. Vertically arranged cylindrical or brick-like cells. They are vertically arranged like columns or like brick cells. See, although it looks like cuboidal, but they are stretched. So they look like columnar cells. Then cells are tall in shape. Okay, found in inner lining of stomach and small intestine. They are found in the inner lining of small intestine and stomach. So the function of here is for absorption, the absorption of digested food. So this is the stomach inner lining. So these are all columnar cell. You can see this picture. It looks like column. So they are columnar cell. Okay. Now in small intestine there is a special structure called villi. Villi increases the surface of absorption. They are finger-like projection. Finger-like projection. Now this villi, the surface is made up of cuboidal, columnar epithelial. Okay. So this is about columnar. So what will be its function? Its function is absorption of digested food. Next, glandular. Now what does word say glandular? Glandular means it is glands. So a kind of columnar epithelium. Large cells secrete chemicals. They are having large cells and they secrete chemicals. Common in lining of stomach and intestine. Okay. At certain place, these cells will fold and they form glands. This cell they fold themselves and they form gland. Example, we have sweat gland, tear gland, or the liver. Liver actually the organ, it secretes bile, but sweat gland and tear gland you can use easy to remember. So this is tear gland, and this is where tear ducts. Tear ducts mean the tear will come out. Next we have sweat gland. This you can see is the sweat gland. Okay, and the last, the ciliated columnar epithelium. Ciliated means they have special projections. Now where it is found? It is found in trachea lining or the windpipe. What is cilia? Cilia are thread-like protoplasmic projection, means cells are extended and they project out. Like amoeba use of projections, you must have seen the amoeba projections, pseudopodia, like that. Yeah. Now the cilia continuously lashes and moves the material that enters the region. Now inside your windpipe, if anything goes dirt, the cilia continuously lashes and throws out the dirt which enters your windpipe. Okay, this you can see the columnar. This is the cilia. So it is continuously lashes and throw the dirt out. Okay. Next, you can see here exactly how what happens. See, this is how it takes place. Whatever dirt particle comes, it will throw it out. It will not keep stick to the trachea. Okay. So this is all I had to ask you today. So you can ask your doubts. Yes, Ricky, any doubt? If you are late, you can watch this video. I'll upload it today.
Sir, are we supposed to write anything?
No. I'll send you. What to write.
Okay, sir.
Okay.